Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. I was going to try to get outside and do a video. It's a real pretty day out there, but the wind is howling and I was thinking it would probably affect the sound a little bit. So, came in here to do it. Finally going to get a little bit of cool weather, but not very much, just a couple of days. That's the only thing I'm a little bummed about. I was looking forward to a little bit of wintry weather while I was here in the States and haven't gotten a lot of it. We had about 5 days in a row there in the mid 70s setting record temperatures, but anyhow, it's changing and it's all good. Just thought I'd come to you today and talk real quick about going raw vegan in 2017, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people all dedicated and ready to make changes in their life, and I just want to talk about it so people will not just do the every year thing of making their resolutions. I'm going to go raw vegan in 2017 and sitting around a year from now all sad and talking about how you failed and this and this and this and this. How do you do it? Where have you failed before? Number one, that's probably where you should start. If you've tried to do the raw vegan lifestyle and you haven't been successful in the past, you got to get real with yourself. That's the easiest way to figure stuff out. Why didn't it work for you? What did you do? What were the various things? What were your problems? What were your triggers? What threw you off on this lifestyle? And then you take all those little mistakes, circumstances that made you, eat what you didn't want to eat, and you go from there. Well, I like to break. I've had this process my whole life. It's just somehow my brain works like that. Like bigger things tend to kind of be like overwhelming, intimidating, and they'll freak you out a little bit. So I've always liked to break tasks down into smaller tasks. And the best example you can give I could give right here. Let's say on January 1st, 2017, you find yourself 100 pounds overweight. 100 pounds overweight's a lot. It is. But it's not unsurmountable. It's not something that you can't, it's not a task that's so big that it should overwhelm you, but it can overwhelm you, big number like that. So what I would say do, if I had 100 pounds to lose, is focus on losing 10 pounds. Don't talk to people about losing 100 pounds. Don't even let your self-dialogue think about losing 100 pounds. You're going to lose 10 pounds. That's what you're shooting for. When you lose that 10 pounds, that's a boost. You've completed a goal, and your brain is happy and your brain is in a positive place, and that's important. So when you've lost that 10 pounds, you have completed a goal. You've accomplished a goal. And it's given you the confidence to know that you've accomplished a goal. Now, if you've lost 10 pounds, all you have to do is repeat. And what do you do when you lose that first 10 pounds? Do you go in and say, okay, well, I want to lose 90 pounds now? No, you lose another 10 pounds. And then when you lose the second, you've accomplished 2 goals and then 3 goals. And then as you're getting into 3 goals and 4 goals, now you've got your confidence going. You've taken little steps. You've built your confidence up. You know you can do it. And then that's when you can start cruising. And by the way, if you just wanted to break that down, if that seems like, oh, well, if I'm 100 pounds overweight, oh my God, I got to lose this weight. I got to lose this weight. Well, that's not to lose 100 pounds, you could lose, 10 pounds a month through October, and you would be there. And 10 pounds a month is not that much per week. That's like 2.5 pounds per week. Even if you wanted to put it down to 2 pounds a week. Let's just say you lost 2 pounds a week over the course of a year, just steady as she goes. And that doesn't sound exciting to people. It's not going to be sexy. Hey, how much weight did you lose this month? 8 pounds. Well, you need to lose a lot of weight. That's okay. Put your head down and just keep going. Because if you just keep going, those 10 pounds will add up, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Now you're over in the summer and you're not at your goal yet, but you're like, looking a little bit better in that swimsuit this summer. More motivation. You keep on going. You keep on plugging along. That's what life is about. It's about grinding it out. Baseball analogy, so many guys want to be the home run hitter. And one thing, I don't follow baseball a whole lot, but I do know the sport. Is that the home run hitters tend to be strikeout artists as well. The guys I like are those guys that just get the base hits consistently, base hits, doubles, bam, bam, you know, just like constantly moving forward. Well, that's kind of like the whole idea behind this group I started about, you know, back towards the end of the year, about a month ago or so. Now the 30-day raw vegan food challenge. That's all about breaking things down. Now we got a nice little group going, some really cool people in there, a lot of sharing and whatever. We're all kind of getting to know each other, feel the group out, see how it's going to kind of settle and whatever. But after the holidays, we're going to kick it into high gear and really start, you know, kind of breaking down and see what everybody's doing, and basically consist of 3 parts. There's a 30-day raw vegan food challenge to do just till noon, till lunch. And then there's another phase that is like 30-day raw vegan food challenge until dinner. And then you're doing the 30-day raw vegan food challenge, full on thing. But I've actually come up since I developed this, and as I'm writing the book on this program, to almost break it down into 5 months, theoretically 5 months from standard American diet to fully raw vegan. If you want to be fully raw vegan, you can get off anywhere along the way. I'm not, you know, trying to build up an army of fully raw vegans that are out there chanting fully raw all the time. It's about health. It's about getting more fruits and vegetables into our body. But theoretically, I swear, if somebody worked through their plan, they had a plan, they wrote down their food, I think they could go from sad to fully raw in 5 months, because you do your first month, you do raw till noon. Your second month, you do raw till dinner. And then I thought about breaking down the fully raw even into 3 more, you know, 3 more parts. Maybe the third month, you would do fully raw, say 2 or 3 nights out of the week. The second month, you would do fully raw maybe, you know, 5 days a week. And then by the third month, you know, by the 5th month, you're going on fully raw, but you're 5 months in. And this isn't and you got to work your way through those steps. You can't just let, you know, if you're not solid on one, you're not ready to move on. So you need to really focus on, not try to jump ahead of yourself. If you're doing the, you know, say you're doing the raw till noon, yeah, I'm not saying you want to go down to KFC and get fried chicken for lunch, but you're not, your main focus is on that raw till noon. Now, along the way, I'm going to have a lot of tips on how let's make those lunches healthier if they're not raw. Let's make those dinners healthier if they're not raw. And even on a smaller aspect, I'll kind of deal with, you know, dropping the animal products along the way. But 5 months is plenty of time to do that. But that's what it's going to be. It's not sexy. I'm sorry. This channel, I'm not going to deal with these like bold claims and this, you can do this and blah, blah, blah. It's about doing the work. It's about grinding it out. All these people, you know, that are telling you their program, yeah, I've got a program, but it's a program that's kind of a working man's program. You've got to put, you know, you've got to make it work for you. It's not like, I'm not talking about I'm putting together a program where it's like, okay, you wake up on day 1 of raw till noon. You wake up and you eat this, and then you eat this, and then you eat this, and then you eat that. No, you've got to be part of the process. But I guarantee you, if you will set yourself a plan, if you will write down in a food journal every single morsel of food you put in your body, set yourself a proper transition, not like trying to rush yourself, but also not getting just kind of comfortable and stuck in the transition, I would guarantee you can go to as high raw as you want to go to. But it's not going to happen overnight, and it is a process. It's a process of cleaning out a lot of the goop that's in your body. It's a process of cleaning your palate, mostly, because until, like, sometimes I'll make something, and somebody that's doesn't normally eat like me will be like, hey, can you put some salt in that? Or hey, can you put something in there? They need those things to excite their taste buds. So the process is just, it's all about that. So anyhow, no tricks, nothing fancy, nothing quick, no rapid weight loss. It's just, you know, steady common sense, putting in the work and eating whole plant-based foods. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If y'all like it, please give me a thumbs up. hope you'll hit that subscribe button over there. And when you hit that subscribe button, click on the little bell next to it and check send notifications. Might keep you subscribed to the channel. Anyhow, love you guys. Peace.